Naofumi isn't anyone's idea of a hero. People call him a lazy loser. He spends his days on games and his nights on novels. He's in his second year of college, but his money sense is a mess. Whatever cash he gets, he burns on gambling and useless thrills. When he goes broke, he hides in the library and reads. One day he pulls out a book, The Records of the Four Cardinal Weapons. It speaks of a world in ruin. 4 heroes must be summoned from other worlds to stop waves of monsters. Each carries a sacred weapon: shield, bow, spear, and sword. Naofumi keeps reading, and the pages begin to glow. Light spills out. A portal opens. He's pulled in. He lands in a grand hall. 3 boys stand beside him, just as confused. Robes, banners, armored guards, this is not home. Officials greet them with urgent faces. You are the 4 cardinal heroes, they announce. We summoned you through a ritual. Our world needs you. The waves are coming. Naofumi listens. The other 3 jump straight to terms. Why should they help? What's the benefit? Will they be sent home after? The staff begs them to meet the king. He'll explain. In the throne room, the king offers stiff ceremony. Introductions follow. The sword hero gives his name. The spear hero follows. The bow hero nods. Last is Naofumi, the shield hero. He begins to speak, but the king looks past him. The air turns cold. Naofumi stops, annoyed. He calls the king out for ignoring him. The other heroes hush him. He's the king. Show respect. The king waves it off and continues. He explains the waves. Rifts tear open. Monsters pour through. Each nation keeps a dragon hourglass that tracks when the next wave will strike. They fought the first one and lost many soldiers. That's why they summoned heroes. There will be rewards, the court says, and respect. For now, open your status screens. Focus on the dot in front of your eyes. Menus appear. Levels are low. They must go on adventures and train. One more rule. The ancient weapons grow best when the hero fights alone. Parties can form around them, but the 4 heroes cannot level together. Night falls. In their rooms, they argue over which game this world resembles. Each recognizes systems from his own reality. Naofumi doesn't. In his world, there was no such game. The bow hero shrugs. Maybe that's because you're the shield. The spear hero laughs. Shields are useless. The mood sours. The 3 drift off to plan without him. Naofumi lets it go. A shield protects. If they won't look at him today, they'll come running when they need a wall. Morning in the courtyard. Lines of adventurers wait to join a hero's party. Sword, spear, and bow gather followers in minutes. Naofumi turns. No one stands behind him. He asks the king what's going on. A whisper reaches the throne. The king announces a rumor. The shield hero will bring ruin. The hall stiffens. Naofumi swallows his pride and asks the others to spare a member. No one agrees. Then a young woman steps forward. She smiles at him. Sophia. She chooses the shield hero. The king doesn't look pleased, but says nothing. Funds are handed out, 600 silver each. Naofumi gets 800 since he has no party. They head to the weapon shop. Naofumi tries to pick up a sword. Pain sparks. The blade drops out of his hand. He realizes the truth. His body rejects every weapon but the shield. Panic pricks him. How will he attack? He buys armor anyway. Outside, they train on small balloon monsters. He punches them down with bare fists. At night, he feeds their remains into the shield's core. New nodes unlock. Maybe upgrades are possible. Sophia suggests selling monster parts. That'll bring in copper. Then she presses for gear. Expensive gear. 400 silver vanish on equipment. Naofumi hesitates, but she insists they'll earn it back tomorrow. He gives in. Later, they share a quiet dinner and discuss plans. He thanks her for joining him. Back in his room, he counts his money. 200 silver left. He hides a few coins behind the shield and falls asleep. He wakes to a nightmare. Clothes, gear, money gone. Sophia's room is empty. Guards pound on his door. The king wants you. They drag him before the court. Sophia stands there, trembling, and tells a story. She says he entered her room drunk at midnight and tried to force himself on her. The spear hero explodes with rage. Naofumi can't breathe. He says he went straight to bed. He didn't drink. He spots his own armor on the spear hero and calls it out. The reply is cold. Sophia gifted it. A knight presents a cloth as evidence. The crowd turns. The king keeps his voice calm but sharp. If you weren't a hero, we'd execute you. But we need you until the waves end. Shame will walk ahead of you wherever you go. Naofumi's chest burns. He tosses his hidden coins at their feet. That's what you wanted, right? Then he walks out. On the streets, people stare at him with disgust. One shopkeeper stops him. The man almost punches him, then exhales and hands him a set of clothes. Call it a parting gift. Naofumi promises to repay him. Now he fights alone. He farms balloon monsters. He barters for crumbs. He experiments with herbs and unlocks leaf shield plants he touches grow stronger. He sells better herbs for better prices. He survives. Thugs approach and offer to join. They soon reveal their plan to rob him. He holds his ground behind the shield and drives them off. He needs allies, yes, but not snakes. A broker finds him. A striped tent, cages, slaves. If you want cheap and loyal, the man says, take a demi-human, not the best in fights, but obedient. Naofumi thinks, he'll train one. In a dark corner, he hears a small cough. A frightened demi-human girl curls up in the straw. The broker says her first owner tortured her. She's sick. She could die any day. Naofumi decides, her. A blood seal burns a magic crest into her chest. It hurts. He hates that it hurts, but he needs a partner to attack while he defends. Her name appears on his status screen, Raphtalia. He buys her clothes and a short sword. Their first lesson is on a balloon monster. She freezes. The curse bites when she resists. Tears well up. Naofumi keeps his voice firm. If you refuse, the pain is worse. She swings once. The monster pops. She gains 15 experience. Naofumi gets 12 party share. The shopkeeper explains it. Naofumi sets the rule. From now on, I block, you strike. Money runs thin. He makes medicine for her illness. He buys her the cheap children's meal because the tavern won't serve demi-humans. She lights up at the toy flag. At night she screams from nightmares, memories of the first wave of parents pushing her off a cliff to save her of the monster that ate them. Naofumi sits with her until she sleeps. Days pass. They train. They talk a little. One morning she watches kids play with a ball. She looks away, tail twitching. He pretends not to notice, then quietly buys the same ball and hands it to her. She smiles for real this time. They need levels. In a deserted mine near Loot Village, Naofumi unlocks Rope Shield and a new skill that even startles him. Inside, Raphtalia tracks something big. A two-headed beast lumbers out of the dark. Her breath stalls. It's the shape from her nightmares. The monster charges. Naofumi absorbs the first hit and takes the second on his shoulder. He shouts for a strike. She can't move. He tells her the blunt truth, do nothing, and we both die. She shakes, then gathers herself and attacks. The beast flings her aside. Naofumi buys her a second window with his shield. She takes it. The blade sinks deep. The monster falls. Experience pours in. Raphtalia hits level 5. She cries into his chest. He lets her stay like that a moment longer. A week changes everything. Demi-humans grow fast. Raphtalia now looks older, stronger, steady hands, bright eyes. In the weapon shop, even the smith stares, from a timid mouse to a swordswoman. She presses to buy armor for Naofumi. Protect yourself, or you'll die. He yields. The smith crafts a rugged set he calls Barbarino. Naofumi jokes he looks like a bandit. Raphtalia says he looks perfect. Then the warning. The wave hits today. The army moves. Someone finally tells Naofumi about the dragon hourglass in the church. It shows the countdown and teleports heroes to the strike zone. He goes there and sees the seconds tick down. The other heroes arrive. The spear hero flirts with Raphtalia. Sophia seethes. Raphtalia answers once, "I am Master Naofumi's sword." The spear hero mutters rumors. Naofumi swallows his rage. "Let's go." The sky turns red. Portals bloom. Monsters pour out. The heroes are pulled to the battlefield. Naofumi spots a flare near Loot Village. Evacuation may be incomplete. He changes course. People matter first. The village is chaos. Naofumi becomes a wall. Raphtalia becomes a blade. He draws aggro with the bell at the tower. Oil, fire, a leap to the ground. Villagers run. A hulking beast blocks the path. He holds the hit. She finishes it. Fireballs rain from the sky. A royal knight laughs. One volley and done. Naofumi sees the truth, no thought for civilians. Raphtalia snaps and rushes him. Another knight blocks. Naofumi pulls her back. Not now. More monsters threaten the squad from behind. A knight is about to die. Naofumi shields him and saves his life. Last chance. Take positions. Some knights flee. A few stay. We'll fight with the shield hero. The wave fades. The portal's close. We'll find out in the upcoming episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such recaps. See you soon in the next mystery.